Houston, we have a problem. Because our kids were born and raised in Texas, they have never seen mountains with their own eyes. So this summer, we've decided to close up shop on our DIY projects, load up our magical minivan, and take our kids on a 2,000-mile road trip to see some of the most epic mountains that Colorado has to offer. After making a stop at the US's second largest canyon system, we made our second stop at a remote cabin deep in the woods at the base of Pikes Peak. And that brings us to this week's leg of the journey, where once again we'll be staying deep in the country at another beautiful remote cabin, and then exploring Ouray, Colorado, known as the Swiss Alps of the US. So grab a warm drink and come along with us for the ride on the Summer Adventure Series.
Really quick, we want to say thank you to RainPoint for sponsoring today's video. They sent us their 2-zone smart watering system, so we're gonna go do a quick upgrade to our front yard irrigation system. Inside we have the control hub, which is where I'll be able to set the timer for the different sprinklers or systems that I want to use, as well as how long they'll run. So let's go outside and go ahead and get this thing hooked up. Okay, so this is the main water valve that we use to water our entire backyard. As you can see, I don't have any kind of split connector on here, so I'm really excited to have the dual valve, because then I can water multiple sections or do like the drip irrigation for the flower beds that are back here, and then run the other hose for all the sprinklers. But this is super simple. I've got the app all set up already. All right, we've got it all set up, and this is super simple because I already have this connected to our Wi-Fi. It's connected to the HomeGuard app on my phone. So we're all ready to get this irrigation schedule going. So setting up the actual irrigation plan in the app is super simple. I set ours to go off at 5 a.m. because it is so incredibly hot here. That's just the best time to water your yard. You can either set it by water usage, so if you want a certain number of gallons, or duration. I did ours for duration just because I'm more familiar with about how long it takes to water a section of the yard, and then you select the days that you want it to water. So I did 3 days a week for 30 minutes each time. RainPoint also sent us their inline water flow meter, which tracks all of your water consumption. So if you're wanting to keep track of what you're using in your irrigation system, and this will be a really handy way to track exactly how much you have added, so that I can easily calculate what chemicals need to be added to the pool. This is super simple. You just connect it to your water hose, push the on button, you can change it to gallons, liters, whatever it is you want to use, and then go turn your water on, and it'll measure exactly how many gallons or liters you have used. RainPoint is offering our viewers 20% off your purchase now through the end of August with the code DIYWIFE20OFF. So if you're interested in any of these products, be sure to check out the link in the description below. Alright, so today we are leaving Canyon City and we are heading to Cimarron? I don't know how to say it. On the map, it's like an hour and a half from Ouray and Ridgeway and that area. It's up in the mountains, so we're increasing elevation. It's about a 4-hour drive from our current location, so not too bad. We've got some good audiobooks to listen to that make it go by faster. It's supposed to be beautiful, and I'm really excited.
This first stretch of the drive has tons of really beautiful mountains and rocks, and it goes alongside a river almost the entire time. It's really beautiful. Oh guys, look, they're doing rafting in the river, look. And again, I'm tempted to just take so many shots because around every corner, it's literally like a postcard. It's just really fun to see what's gonna come around every corner. It's crazy to me like how many gorgeous rock formations there are on this like 10-20 mile stretch of road. It's crazy. So after driving for quite a while through these beautiful mountains, we decided to make a timely stop. So we're making a gas stop because we're about to enter into the big mountains, and it's going to be a while before we pass another one. You can start to see the Rocky Mountains out there. We also decided to go ahead and grab lunch because it would be a while before we got back into another town. So we also made a quick pit stop to Subway. You know, it was either Subway or McDonald's, so Subway will do. As we ate our Subway and drove on, we started to catch glimpses of the Rocky Mountains. Guys, look, you can see some snow-covered mountains.
Oh, wow.
Being Central Texans, we don't get a lot of snow, so this was definitely an exciting sight for our family. But it wasn't just the snow that was different, it was all of the beautiful evergreen trees as well. It's crazy how many trees are out here. They just cover the mountains. It's beautiful.
There's snow, guys, look!
So we're getting to the base of some of these bigger mountains and there's still a lot of snow on them. It's crazy. After we passed through the mountains, the landscape started to change pretty dramatically. There's this beautiful little natural stream that's been weaving its way along the road. It's so pretty. And eventually we came to this beautiful hillside body of water.
Are y'all seeing this? This is so pretty!
But you can only see so much beauty without trip snacks. I got Mom a new ring for our anniversary. Let me see it, baby.
I got it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Trip snacks are the best.
Is it legal to give me a little bite of that?
I got a car.
No. How's the trip snacks, guys?
Yummy.
Make no trip bite of yours.
Oh, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. So after the trip snacks stop, we have about an hour until we get to our Airbnb. And right now we're passing by this beautiful mountain lake that is so pretty. Oh look, we're about to go over a bridge. This is crazy. So we're getting close now and we're in like this valley of a thing. I don't know, it's cool looking. As we journeyed on, the landscape continued to change, but one thing's for sure, it always remained beautiful. And after nearly a full day of driving, we were on the last leg of our trip. So the last portion of our drive is about 13 miles on a dirt road. So we are out there in the thick of it, but I love it.
That's what happens when you let the introvert book the houses.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Mike, give me all the secluded cabins. Look at all the cows.
Look at the cows, guys. What are those out there? And finally, after a long drive down this country road, we arrived at our home for this leg of the journey. All right, we made it.
We made it. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little tour of this house, and I love the way that they have decorated this one. When you first walk in to the right, over here is the kitchen, and I love the massive island and all the open shelves, and it's fully stocked with anything we might need for a few days. I love the fun lights over the island, all the beams, the open shelves, the little coffee area. It's a nice kitchen. When you first walk in the entry, I love just this little area. You've got a bench, put shoes under, and then this is just a cool piece. It's a fun touch. I feel like there's a lot of this stuff in this house, and I like it. Another fun thing that is right when you walk in is this game. I don't even know what it's called, but our kids are excited about it.
Obviously, we're pros at this game. As you can see, we don't even know what it's called. But yeah, I'm sure by the end of this weekend, we'll be pros.
And then right next to the game, we have the crafting table, which can also be a dining table, but our kids have taken it over, and there's an awesome dining table outside. So
it has nice decorations too.
So this is the living room. There's 2 leather sofas in here that are incredibly comfortable, and then these 2 chairs I just think are so cool. They're so unique. This is like the kind of fun stuff that you should have in a cool Airbnb cabin. And then over here is a cabinet that's filled with games, which is also always a fun touch in Airbnb.
Did you redo that dresser over there?
No.
I think you did.
And then on this side, I love the stone wall, the wood burning stove, and of course these incredible beams. It's a cool room. Oh, and then the antler lamp. That is so cool. It's unique. Again, it's unique. It's fun. Then we'll step into the first bedroom here, which is actually the primary bedroom, and it's super cute and cozy. The bed looks comfy. I do wish that there was blackout curtains. I think that's probably my only thing is I'm like, if you ever do an Airbnb, you should have blackout curtains. If you have kids, you know, or if you're like us, I can't sleep once I see the sun. But anyway, the room is awesome. It's super comfy and clean. None of the hosts know that we're filming any of this, so none of this is like an ad or like we're getting something from it. We just thought it would be fun to give tours of the houses.
But that's a pretty good idea, though. Maybe we should ask the owners about, sponsoring this.
Some of them I feel like we got a great deal. Like the log cabin, I was so shocked. It was actually one of our like lower nightly priced stays, and it's probably gonna be everybody's favorite. It was just incredible. But anyway, these are all just us giving a little tour.
I think we have the remainder of a house tour left to give.
Yeah, I'll get up. Okay. And then next is the bathroom, and it is really nice. It's got a huge new soaking tub with a walk-in shower. You can tell it's all pretty recently redone, and it just looks great. Next, we have the kids' bedrooms over here, and then there's also a TV or movie room. So this is a movie room. It's got a comfy sectional over here, a big TV, different DVD selections. Looks like maybe a karaoke machine. I don't know how much we'll actually get to use this room, but it's here if we want to, so.
Well, I wasn't fast enough to film this one before little man got into it. But you get the general idea. It's nice. Guess I wasn't quick enough on this room either. But you get the idea.
And then lastly is this bedroom over here, which has a queen bed. So our 10-year-old's probably gonna sleep in here. He's a little bit like, why am I sleeping in a girl's room? Because it has a pink blanket. We're like, get over it. It's not a girl's room. It looks cozy, it's great. And then lastly, we have this really awesome covered back deck area. It has this awesome dining table with a fire pit in the middle. So I think we'll probably be having all of our dinners out here because the weather is absolutely perfect. It's like 70, it's not humid like it is in Texas. This is wonderful. There's also a grill out here, some comfy seating, and then of course, a beautiful view of what I think is the San Juan Mountains, but it's beautiful.
The next day was beautiful and sunny, and we started things off with an incredible breakfast because we had a big adventure ahead of us. On the way out for the day, we also stopped to talk to a few friends. Guys, look.
Hello. Hello.
They're so cute.
Hello.
Look at these cows. They're mountain climbing cows. What are you guys doing over there?
Goat cows.
You're goat cows, huh?
Hello, horses.
And we know it's just an everyday drive if you're in Colorado, but for us Texans, it's still hard to take in the scale of the mountains and the beauty of the scenery around every corner.
Levi, look at the water. Look, guys. It's crazy.
And finally, after nearly 40 minutes on this dirt road, we were ready to turn on to the nearest highway and talk about today's adventure. So today's adventure takes us to Ouray. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive. It's definitely a little bit long, but the kids are keeping themselves entertained.
What do you think of this trip, Asher? Jude, what do you think of this trip? What's that supposed to mean?
And it was through our kids' crazy filming that we discovered if you put our 6-year-old in slow-mo, he sounds exactly like a cow. It's crazy.
Asher's a cow.
And our 8-year-old kind of sounds like a Wookiee. That sounds like an angry cow. And today we plan to do some beautiful hiking and then check out the hot springs. We were making great progress until we hit a strange roadblock. Well, this is unexpected. A traffic jam in the middle of nowhere, Colorado. Come on, man. This is a mailbox. It's fascinating. Thankfully, it only slowed us down a little bit, and pretty soon we were heading towards an absolutely epic mountain range.
Y'all, look at the mountains.
Whoa, look at that lake. As we approached Ouray, we started noticing several houses built way up into the mountain. They almost look like bird nests. And of course, you can't miss the epic river that runs parallel to the road. And finally, after nearly 2 hours of driving, we reached the mountain town of Ouray. Ouray is tucked away in the southwest corner of Colorado, and it's been nicknamed the Swiss Alps of the US because of the way the small town and the mountain range resembles some of the remote villages in the Swiss Alps.
This is such a cute little town.
Our first mission was to hike at the Box Canyon Park. We decided to start with the bridge trail, which led us up 1,000 stairs up into the sky, which is not easy in the altitude. Oh, my legs are burning so bad. And we thought that after finishing all the stairs that things would level off, but nope, it just kept going up and up. Although the trail was just about straight up, it was still really fun, and our big kids actually started to get ahead as we stayed behind with the pokey little puppy.
Hey, you're like walking.
How's it going?
Good, slow with this guy.
Definitely feeling the lung burn. We're at about 50,000 feet. I mean, I don't know, 9,000 feet maybe. And finally, after a steep hike, we had made it to the lookout bridge.
Mom, it's a lot worse than it looks.
How's this, babe? How's this? Into the cave.
I know Asher was a kid.
We're cave hiking again. You kind of got to bend down. I'm 6 feet tall, and it's probably, I don't know, maybe 5 feet tall. So I'm getting the leg burn going. So after spending some time taking in the beautiful scenery, we made our way back down the mountain because the kids wanted to get up close and personal with this waterfall. But we had to be patient with the pokey little puppy, and so I took in some of the beautiful mountain scenery. All right, now we're off to do the lower falls, which is down in the bottom of the canyon. We were excited to see a waterfall up close and personal, but we didn't take into account how loud and how powerful this thing truly was. It was so loud that it was almost hard to hear yourself think, but that was part of the beauty of it, as you were able to get right up next to something that has kind of a scary amount of power. Genuinely beautiful and terrifying. After getting an eyeful of the falls, we actually took a staircase down to the riverbed where you can go right up close to the river.
So insane.
feel like my neck's gonna be stuck like this for a while.
That was insane. That was so cool. I'm so glad we drove it.
Finally, after we'd had all we could take, we were ready to head back down the mountain. Levi, how's your ankle doing?
Fine.
That's amazing. But before we left, we had to make a stop into the gift shop and buy some postcards, of course. Our kids ended up writing on all of these postcards and sending them to their grandparents, to their cousins, to their friends, and it made for a pretty special moment on our trip.
I can feel my part burning. I need to go get a hat.
Your crack's getting burned, huh?
I said my part. I didn't say my crack.
It's your head crack. So what did you guys think about that hike?
It was awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Did y'all like the waterfall?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're off to find some lunch. Yep. So around midday, we were ready to head into the town of Ouray and find some lunch. As Texans, it was crazy to see a town built right into the mountains, and it felt like anywhere you went, you were standing under a mountain's shadow. We finally landed on a cool lunch spot where everyone ordered sandwiches and food, and we ate outside looking up at the mountains. How was it, Levi?
All right.
We also made some unique observations.
So many people with dogs. I've already counted 13.
We noticed there were lots of dogs and lots of motorcycles. After lunch, we stopped into a local pottery store where they hand make some of the coolest custom coffee mugs. The girls were enamored and content to look around for hours, but the boys were only content to look around for about 6 seconds, so that's when we started providing our own entertainment. You made it.
Sorry guys. I
2
got my souvenir.
2 hours later. After the pottery store, we tried to do something that the boys would enjoy more, and so we went on a hunt for pocket knives. This looks like a wholesome joint. He said the least expensive knife was about $250, so we're gonna pass on that and move on. You look amazing, Mr. Skunk. Oh, this looks awesome. Colorado, Hawaii, same thing, right? What'd you get, G-Man? And finally, after a long hunt, we found the perfect Colorado pocket knife. All right, so we've just finished a thrilling afternoon of shopping, and now...
Stinks in here.
Sorry. But the day's adventures weren't quite over yet, as we wanted to finish things off with a splash by heading to the Ouray pool, which is made entirely of hot springs. So we're headed to the hot springs. Looks pretty busy, but you know, we'll make the most of it. These pools are entirely fed by hot springs, and each pool has its own temperature ranging from about 80 degrees up to nearly 105 degrees. This place was incredibly cool. I mean, it's not every day that you get to swim looking up at the mountains, but also, when do you get to go down a water slide powered by spring water? But although the water was warm, the air temperature was not.
Is this the warmest pool you've ever been to?
No.
Holy smokies, it's freezing. This is the coldest pool I've ever been to.
They call this the inchworm. Woo! One thing is for sure, this pool is incredible, and we would highly recommend it if you come to Ouray.
Now the sun comes
So after a full day of adventures, we were ready to say goodbye to Ouray and head back to our cabin. Man, that was such a memorable hike. I'm so glad we did that one. That was amazing.
That was incredible. It was short, but I almost feel like that kind of made it more fun with kids, or like if you can't hike a whole lot, I think it's worth doing, because it's still, what was it, like a quarter mile there and back for each, like the upper falls and the lower falls. And it's just like, I mean, so beautiful. It's crazy.
Yes, it is short, but that doesn't mean it's easy. It definitely gets you out of breath. There's some very steep parts, so just be warned. But if you're active, it's amazing. If you enjoyed this week's leg of the journey, then you're definitely going to want to join us next week as we take one of the most incredible hikes that we've ever taken. This is genuinely one of the coolest hikes that I think I've ever done. And then we explore the Black Canyon of Colorado, which is mysterious, breathtaking, and scary. It's absolutely terrifying, but really cool. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next adventure.